We are spiritual beings in search of humanity. So I think this was very, very powerful.
The movie is called Sensitive Men Rising, and it's about getting men to be more sensible. Sensitive men will rise. To be more empathetic.
Sensitive men will rise with that.
To be more compassionate, to be a strong, sensitive man. Sensitive men will rise.
Sensitive men will rise with that, definitely.
Sensitive men rising. What does that mean to you?
People, I think, misconstrued the word sensitive. Sensitive, when people are said he's sensitive or she's sensitive, probably they're thinking that they are the weaklings. Oh, well, that means very much that people are awakened from the negativity. They have now gone in towards the positive nature of human beings. So once you are awakened, then you become more sensitive. And that's what it means to me. To be more human means you are more sensitive. A human that can cry, a human that can feel the pain for others, a human who does not have a pretentious will covering him or her, but really truly becoming a human being that cares and nurtures others and self.
Saamdu, you served your country years ago. You served Bhutan years ago.
I served the first democratically elected prime minister in his office as head of good governance.
Mr. President, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, I seek your permission, Mr. President, to speak on the subject of happiness.
During that time, he asked me, under the aegis of Her Royal Highness Princess Jigme Singye Wangchuck, to institute a Gross National Happiness Center. And the whole idea of this center was to bring this philosophy of gross national happiness to the world. That there is also another way of living life more holistically, more balanced, more collective, more sustainable, more equitable, for the finding right conditions to pursue their own well-being and happiness.
Beautiful. Do you cry easily? Do you feel empathy for people you don't know, for things you see and feel?
Crying, I cry very easily. 2 days ago, I was crying. If you see my Facebook post about my mother, I was crying. I can cry anytime. Sometimes I am meditating and then my imagination takes me to different parts of the world, and then I start feeling pain of others and I begin to cry. I cry very easily. Very easily.
Does that make you any less of a man?
No, not at all. People might think, oh, look at that weakling. Not true. The person who can cry is much stronger.
Right now, the world statistic is that there's an escalation in toxicity in men. What do we do as sensitive men? How do we save the world in a sense?
Right. I mean, there are a number of ways. One is to bring this knowledge in the very primary school level. The other is to bring more information to the world, like what you're doing. reach out to as many people as possible so that they understand that being sensitive is to be more human than to pretend that you are a strong, a chauvinist kind of a man who is actually the most weakest person on the planet Earth. That everybody should realize. And we need to bring this awareness.
Mhm.
And I think there are platforms like yours to bring this awareness to the world. So unless we understand this scope of our mind and living, we will never know our,
Human potential.
yes, exactly. That's what we must learn to live with human potentials. There's so much of wisdom in human beings, but we just are on the fringe of everything. We don't go deep inside. To go deep inside, you must learn to serve others, live in harmony with nature around us, with plants, animals, and everything, and try and go deeper into human potentials. Through their wisdom, then we understand the values of humanity. The universe asks the nature to create so-called human beings so that we can be more sensitive towards all others around us. But we are so insensitive that we are destroying ourselves with the pride and ego that we carry with ourselves.
Sensitive men will rise.
Sensitive men will rise with that group. Definitely, no doubt.
Have a safe journey, brother.